All right, here we go. Today is, it's time for the story of the day. Super excited. I did a story about when I actually stood up for somebody. Then I did another story about when I didn't stand up for someone. So today the story of the day is when I stood up for myself. So I'm going to take you way back before cell phones. I didn't have a pager, but my roommate had one. And I was going to college and I lived with some roommates and I was working. And I decided as this, young, I still technically was a teenager, that I was going to stay out all night. Like I didn't get home till like 5:30 in the morning. And don't get me wrong, I had a lot of fun. I was very responsible. But when I got home, my roommates were livid, like just so upset. They didn't know where I was. They didn't know what was going on. They felt like they were responsible for me in some way. And so they just started yelling and yelling at me. And I suddenly just realized that no, I didn't want anyone to yell at me. Like I would not accept it. And I stopped them and I said, no, when you can talk to me like a rational person, I'd love to have a conversation, but I'm not going to let you yell at me. And they apologized. They said sorry. We started talking for a little bit, and then they got all riled up again and started yelling again, and I stood up and I walked out. And of course, as I was leaving, they yelled at me that, like, you can't walk out on me and that kind of stuff. And I was like, nope, I'm not going to be able to, but I will not let people treat me that way. And so I stood up and I left. And since that day, as this, like, almost 20-year-old, I have not been in a situation where I have allowed people to treat me that way. And so it was a very interesting experience, and I don't know kind of where it came from, but I was just like, no, people don't get to treat me that way, and I'm not going to put up with it, and I got up and I left. So, story of the day, sticking up for myself. I would love to hear a time when you stood up for yourself and something that you did. And then I would love for you to also share it with the people in your life. I realize that these stories of the day, it's great for us to share these stories online. It's even better when we tell them to the people that we love, that we live with, and that we work with. So thank you so much. Because Jill said so, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.